today, our fight for survival begins.
Hello there, Seraphim17 once again. This is my Extinction, Master Sentinel video walkthrough. This is the 27th mission called Forged in Fire, and we have to execute a new enemy, a spike-armoured Reveni. So, this is actually a pretty mean mission, this one, as far as objectives go. It's not difficult, it's very manageable, but considering that they're introducing us to a new champion of their offense, we have to embarrass him completely. We have to break all his armor, we have to chop off all his limbs, and then completely kill him in a humiliated state, which is kind of mean, right? This is bad, by the way, look at that. The gangbang around this crystal, who knew? Sponsored by Blacked. But anyhow, let's move on to this one, and then quickly steal some survivors and get some energy, and then get out of dodge. Let's talk about the spiky, shall we? You'd think that this would be the hardest enemy, right? But he's actually easier than the Boned, because of the way that he works. So, this enemy's armor can only be damaged by him attacking. So, every time he attacks, depending on the limb he uses, will damage his own armor. If he does it enough times, he'll break his armor, and then you can smash it. So all we need to do on his head right now is to let him try and get us off about 3 times, and then once we've come, we can destroy the armor and then hopefully chop off his head, right? That's the objective. But there you go, chop, and then we can end him. But we can't end him because we have to do the objective, and the objective is to destroy all these pieces of armor. So I'm now going to give you both a tutorial and an indictment of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of this mechanic. So this guy is actually really cooperative, and he's not even red. The frame rate's dying. The red guy, traditionally, would be the guy who should be aggressive towards us, and this guy should be quite relaxed, as I clip on a tree and nearly die. But I think I got an iframe just then, as the frame rate did die. So, judging by what you're seeing right now makes this look like it works, right? This looks really cool. This guy's attacking me, he's breaking his armor, this is going to be simple. However, whenever you do a mission that involves defending watchtowers, the AI will never do this. You will never come across Reveni this eager to attack you instead of the buildings. And even now, when he's attacking me, he's doing a pretty good job of smashing buildings too. So it is a double-sided sword of his capacity here. And this is my biggest criticism of this particular type of mechanic. If you're going to have something that is indicative on you baiting attacks, you need the enemy to be reliable with their attacks. And a lot of the times when you need this, it does not work. In this case, it works perfectly. And I wish whatever they used on this mission, they used on the other missions to make it a little bit fairer, but it just seemingly is less up to you and more up to them. And you've already witnessed it in this walkthrough if you've watched it, which if you have, thank you very much, it means a lot. You've seen evidence of me saying I would love this dude to see me and attack me and everything, and he's not doing it. And it happens a lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's difficult to program. Maybe it's just RNG, you know, people love that word. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, you know, there's always the opportunity for player error. There's a lot of reasons for things to work in games and for things not to work in games. There's a lot of superstitious reasons that we think make things work that don't. How many times do you do something to a boss in a Souls game, where you stand a certain position for him, or in a certain way, or you do a certain thing, because in your experience, in your empirical evidence, it's proven that he's more likely to do something. Doesn't mean he will, but in your mind, it gives it that rabbit's foot of truth, and makes you think that you stand a better chance if you adhere to this fallacy in your mind, right? We all do it. It happens all the time. It's just one of those human things, I guess. We think something makes it lucky, like when people blow on dices, or when people get, you know, wear lucky clothing, you know. Gamer carpets help you win MLG stuff. That's obviously true. I'm wearing my gamer socks. Why do you think I'm so good at games? Perfect, right? We've got all these wonderful mistruths that we delude ourselves into thinking have some kind of effect on the world, and whether or not they do is really irrelevant, isn't it? It's how they make you feel, because a lot of the things that we achieve through confidence and confidence alone. And if something gives you confidence, then use it. Definitely. So here's him stomping. Hasn't quite broken the bracelet that we need though. So, but look how cooperative this guy is. You know? Nearly kills me then by inadvertently hitting me, and then I air recovered into the spike. You see that? So he didn't really kill me then. I killed myself. The joys. But he's been very uncooperative. Stop it. Come on, stamp your foot. Bitch, there you go. And then he broke it, and now he can chop it. Good news. So there's 5 pieces of his armor broken, and now we can proceed to cut off both his legs, both his arms, and then chop off his head. So, yeah, this guy gets it rough. But there are silver linings, and the silver lining here is that you will get an achievement for doing this. So if you haven't killed a Reveni with all 4 limbs missing, this will be your achievement. And if you see him start growing something back, of course don't execute him or you'll fail. And you can tell when he's going to grow something back because he moves, and you can hear the noise of it growing back. But how unfair was that for him? Every limb gone. Crazy, right? He's like that dude in the Metallica video who doesn't like landmines for a really good reason. But that's the end of the game. Oh, the mission at least. Not quite the end of the game. We've got a couple coming through. A couple more missions. But thank you for watching, and you take care now.